Hello and welcome to Doing Time with Abe Auer. I am Abe Auer. Thanks for watching. I'm a comic here in Wisconsin, and I just like to share some things that are going on in my world and things in Wisconsin and things about comedy. That wraps it up right there. So thanks. Hey, I got some shows coming up tonight. I'm going to be in Dubuque, Iowa. So I'm excited for that because first time doing comedy in Iowa. So I can't imagine it's a whole lot different than 10 feet over across the border into Wisconsin, but very excited. It's at the Goose, which is Main Street. So it's a showcase. Got some other Wisconsin comics on there. Aaron Clark, Ben O'Connell. So I'm looking forward to that. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I'm going to talk about that in just a couple minutes, but that is the biggest news I could possibly share. And coming up next Friday, Menominee, Michigan, at the Spirit House Distillery, and Saturday, Florence, Wisconsin, at the Filling Station. And actually, next Sunday, the 29th, I'm hosting at Skyline Comedy Club for Jason Selman. So that'll be good. I'm looking forward to that. Those Michigan dates, or the UP next Friday, and then Saturday at Florence. Those are dates where I'm the feature comic. I'm headlining, so that's really exciting. I'm excited for that. That's cool, man. That's something that's on my goals for this year. So that's awesome. This Sunday, tomorrow, this is the biggest news I could possibly share. Right now, I'm going to do a guest spot for John Crist on his show in Cedar Rapids at the Paramount Theater. So that is awesome. I'm going to talk about that in just a little bit and talk about it a little bit more. But that's, man, that's wild. I've been thinking about it for a couple days, and I'm trying not to think about it every second of every day right now. So I'm going to dive into that. That'll kind of be the topic here, talking about Iowa, that thing coming up. So that's awesome. This past week, comedy-wise, last Saturday, I did a show in New London, Wisconsin, for the 105th birthday of the American Legion Post here in town. And I did 20 minutes. There was a big storm coming, and we got a lot of snow, almost like 2 feet, basically. So it was going to be 30. They said 20. Now, that I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it. It's a tough gig because, well, there's like going to be, I think, a max of like 40 people there. And there was. And so I kind of knew like the setting wouldn't be like the ideal comedy setup, but I went into it kind of knowing all the variables and what it was going to look like for me. So I was like, just have fun with it. Just have fun. The audio, they had a microphone, they had speakers. So all the lights were on. It was in a little banquet hall. But I showed up early, talked to the bartender, just tried to relax. I could see everyone in the crowd. There's people I knew. And as I was up there, I recognized people who were there as I was talking. So that was really cool. I got to see some of my friends' parents who were there, and we connected afterwards, and it was really cool. It was very special to me. So that was a lot of fun. And I think that's the lesson I took from there is like, I knew it wouldn't be like, a packed comedy show, but they wanted some entertainment for their post birthday party. And so I just tried to prepare mentally for it and have my jokes ready. And it was a lot of fun. It was cool. I got a plate of food and it tastes great. And then the big storm hit. And so I appreciated being asked to do that. And so that was fun. Everyone there was very nice. Actually, a fellow I go to church with had asked me about it. So I'm glad I was able to do it. And then that was all that I had done this past week, but that was a good 20 minutes. I could have kept going. I don't know if they wanted me to keep going, but there were some very old people there, and they just stared at me the whole time. That was only a couple, though. Quite a few were able to relax and have fun and laugh along. And I listened to the audio recording back, and that was good, man. It's nice to do. Nice to do stuff. I live in a city here where it's a huge St. Patrick's. We have like the biggest parade north of Milwaukee throughout Wisconsin, and it's insane for how small this town is. I mean, maybe 8,000 population, and if it's nice weather, there will be tens of thousands of people here for this parade. So it gets wild. Thus, the Irish flag behind me. I'm part Irish. I don't know how much. Not enough to be an alcoholic, but enough to feel okay about waving a flag every now and again. When I think of Irish people, I think of Conor McGregor. I think of alcoholics, people with OWIs. That's about it. But no, I have a big Irish heritage. So New London here, we change the street names to New Dublin every year, and it's a big deal. It usually makes the local news. They had a talent show every year. Or they have one every Thursday. I did the last 3 years. I didn't do it this year. I was not asked to do it this year, but that's okay. I kind of ran out of New London jokes, and that's okay. Maybe I'll do it again someday. But that was good the last couple of years. But this Thursday, I would have had to turn them down anyways because I already had plans. I was going to Milwaukee to see a comic named John Crist. Maybe you've heard of him. Maybe you haven't. He has 2.2 million followers on Instagram, so you probably have heard of him. I met him on the Nateland cruise start of February. I have been watching his material for many years. I've told the story. I'll tell it again. When I saw him at the Meyer Theater a couple years ago, that whole show, I was up in the balcony, and I thought, I want to do this. I've wanted to do it. I had wanted to do it for many years before that, but I thought, I want to do this. How do I do this? And so his show just really pushed me in that direction of like, do something about it. Okay, you've thought about it, you've talked about it, do something. So that's why I have a strong connection to, and he talks about a lot of things that I relate to, and he's a pastor's kid. I was not, but I've been to church a million times. So it was yeah. So I met him there, and I had always wanted to be able to talk to him more than just hey. So we got to talk a little bit on the cruise, and long story short, he was in Milwaukee. I had tickets. My wife and I went to go see him, but before that, essentially he had asked if I wanted to do a guest spot on a show, and that is the biggest compliment I think a comic can get, is someone just saying, hey, you can do some time on a show that I have done all the work to get everyone there. And so I still don't really believe it. I'm very excited for us. Tomorrow night, Cedar Rapids Paramount Theater, which holds 1,700 people, which is about 25% of the population of the town I live in. So I'm excited. And I got to see the show on Thursday, which was great. So I got to see kind of where, and I've seen the other comics before, but to hear kind of where they're at with their set right now, what they may do, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So Dubuque tonight, Cedar Rapids tomorrow night, Sunday. So I let everyone who I know who lives in Iowa know about the show, and that's all 3 people. So actually turned out to be 2. I thought one lived in Iowa, but he lives in Illinois. So all 2 people who I know live there. Maybe I'll see you there. Maybe I won't. But so I'm just really excited to be on the show with John Crist. So that's cool. I can't even really describe how awesome that is. And I'm just very thankful for everyone who kind of helped along the way so far to make even that little, I'm sure, probably like 5 minutes, even possible. It's a lot of other people being very kind and being very helpful, but it's also a lot of work to just keep doing comedy, even when sometimes you're like, I don't know, what am I doing here? So that's very cool. Yeah, so I'll post about that, talk about that next time. And a little bit feedback from the last episode. So Kurt, my buddy Kurt, who has one of the best laughs on the planet, did let me know that there was a Funny Bone in Green Bay on Holmgren Way, named after Mike Holmgren, Super Bowl 31 head coach champ. So that's good to know that it was. My suspicion was confirmed. Thank you, Kurt, for your continued support. And my buddy Mike Heath asked if behind me was a Murphy bed, and it is not. And I think I know what that is. It's like a bookcase that turns into a bed. It's not. This is like a kind of like a studio too. Like my wife would do music down here, so that's like soundproofing stuff and to block off the other room. So it's just like a fake wall. So there's no bed on the other side of it. And today there's an Irish flag on it. Someone tried to steal this flag from me a couple years ago, and I took that personally. There's a group of teenagers that used to like cruise around town and just cause havoc. And I had this hanging over my door. And one night I heard this all this commotion, and then they threw snowballs at my window door, and I went out there quick, and they were trying to open the door. It was locked. I had it hanging over the door, and like they thought they were going to get it, and they didn't, and they're out of town, and I'm still here. So I won that battle, guys. So that's what's going on. That's what I have coming up. A lot of cool things. Parade today. Then I'm going to head to Iowa. So I'd be happy to talk about this John Crist show. That's pretty much all I want to talk about. Was this awesome thing coming up that I don't know what I ever did to be so lucky. So I'm very excited for that. Maybe I'll catch you at a show coming up. Thanks for watching this. I like to keep it short because I'm a mumbler, and who wants to listen to that for more than they really have to? So, all right, guys. Thank you.